Welcome to Truth and Testimony, the broadcast, where we teach and discuss the Word of God. You'll also hear about world news and how it relates to Bible prophecy, plus interviews and testimonials from men and women of God who have devoted their lives to serving Yeshua, Jesus Christ our Lord. Now, without further ado, let's get to our host, Adrian Scott.
Greetings and shalom, this is Adrian Scott and you're on Truth and Testimony, the broadcast. Yet another update video, but just if people are kind of curious of the state of affairs of things, this time I have a little bit of a special guest. The missus is joining me, and so it's kind of a two-parter update where we'll just see where kind of she's running at, and then some updates on what's happening with the office inside the house and a few other goings-ons around the homestead. So I think you're pretty much done. You're working, right?
This is it. I've started working with people that are bringing up their prior year, completing the bookkeeping, setting up my advertising. I've got all my... I can actually do remote Canadian returns.
Yeah.
So I'm certified.
You have your payment machine set up?
I've got Yale payment machine.
I think you have your CRA account so you can log in and act on behalf of people, right?
Yes.
Yep, so all the legalities are in place. It's just getting the last little bit of advertising in and getting some seats, getting some butts in this seat other than mine.
There's been one or two and more calls than anything. The fact that we're in a smaller area is going to be interesting. So.
Well, and I mean, you have not been here up until now as a business, right?
No, I've seen a few people slowing down looking at my sign. It's pretty funny. Well,
no, I'm getting that recognition. As a matter of fact, we had to make a little trip into town to go to the store this morning, and she needed to stay in the store to do something real quick, so I came out to load up a couple of things that we bought, and I get pulled over by this old lady. I can't say she's that old, but...
Yeah, be careful, she could be one of your viewers.
I get pulled over by this nice lady, and she's inquiring about, because we have her business advertising and phone number on the side of our vehicle. So she was inquiring about that, and I'm handing out business cards. So that recognition is getting out there, and I think things are moving in the right direction. But that was cool. Even just this morning, people are finding out that she's here. So we're going to keep going with that. Yeah, I'm almost at max capacity. By the end of tax season, I may have an employee. Yeah, that's kind of frightening, isn't it? I know. Have your own employee.
Whoops,
okay.
Wouldn't that happen?
But yeah, so I mean, the office is totally done, minus maybe a couple of decorations on the walls, but I know I want to keep it pretty business-like. And
well, my licensing is going up there.
Yeah, and I still want to have some little thing to go on the panel there.
Yes, by all means, let's not prove that we have electricity.
Yeah, it's a fun one right now because we've just entered, as of the recording of this video, we're entering into a bit of a cold snap weather-wise, and we're fully insulated. I mean, it's all done in here properly that way, but we've still got two heaters running at the moment.
That's because the instant you open that door,
whoosh,
whoosh, it's gone. There's no heat. I didn't account for that, but that's okay because I do have my radiant heat panel, which I think is amazing. It's a
right beside your seat. No coincidence there.
No coincidence whatsoever. Yeah. It's a 110 plug-in on a thermostat, so I just set it to go, and it keeps this place from ever freezing.
Oh yeah.
The Californian in me appreciates that.
And then the actual temperature is coming from a secondary fan over here. This one's more temporary. This would not be here in the summer.
As cute as it is.
Yes. Yeah. It's the little fireplace you saw in the previous video that I did. But anyway, so that's kind of her state of affairs and where we're at there. Now, anyone who's watched any of the prior updates would be aware of the fact that obviously we are doing renovations for what is going to be my office and recording space in the house. And that we found out, yay us, that we had asbestos in there, so we've had to now make the work more extensive than what it was originally going to be, remove all of the old stuff, and basically build up from scratch. So as of that, and that was that store run this morning, was getting the last bit of supplies to be able to do that, drywall and some insulation and stuff like that.
Yeah. Remediation is 90% complete.
Yeah.
Sheetrock's going up tomorrow.
And you'll see, like, I'll insert some pictures and stuff here where you can see the material is down. It's kind of tucked off in the corner. We've swept and cleaned. It just needs to be bagged up, and there are some special bags which you'll see here. But then it needs to be double bagged and taken to a special location. the fella that's been doing the bulk of this work for us, well, basically all of the work for us. We've just been providing the supplies. I think, is he going to haul it off?
No, I'm going to arrange that. I already got the connector. Brian, who picked up the last batch.
Oh, okay. So the fellow that picked up round 1 is going to come back and pick up round 2, but that will take care of that. Then we don't have to worry about that anymore, and it'll finally be at the point of building up. So the goal, again, we're recording today, is Thursday, January the 11th.
Very good.
And so as of today, the takedown is done. We just have to remove the old stuff, and the new stuff is going to start going in. So the installation is going to start tomorrow. The hopeful expectation is by the end of next week, basically construction should be done, because it's putting the new drywall in, putty and paint, and that's it. The rest is basically on me. I think the electrical has all been run, so there doesn't need to be anything else there. We have that extra bathroom that's going to be going in, but that's not happening for a while. So my side of the wall will be complete. Eventually there'll be a little more work going on there, but that'll all be on the other side. So yeah, I mean, best case scenario, I'm fingers crossed, prayers going out, and I would ask for anyone else if they want to, give us a prayer on that. We'll take it, that we can have the construction done and can actually start moving some furniture in and stuff by the end of next week.
Yeah, that was the remediation that we had to move out more than we expected.
Yeah, we had to move more stuff around. In general, it just became a much larger job than what we were originally thinking it was going to be. Then on top of all of that, as a final note, most of anyone who's watched prior videos of mine knows that we have a pretty large family here. Basically, as I've said, we got a family of 6 with 3 cats. Well, now we have a family of 6 plus 3 cats.
And a dog.
I know, we're crazy, because dogs can be a big handful, and this is brand new, so he is taking up a lot of time right now, above and beyond trying to get all this stuff done, because we want to, it's on a trial basis right now. We're not entirely positive we're going to keep him. That's the goal, is to be able to keep him, but we have to make sure that we can get the right things in place to do that, so that we can look after ourselves, that our children and our cats are not being neglected, and that Ozzy, which is the name of the dog, will have a good, happy home, and we can provide the activity and the love and the nourishment and everything else that he needs.
Well, he's a service dog in training as well.
Yeah, he is going to be a
Because we do
service
have
dog, because we have our special needs son, and also both of the girls who could, benefit from stuff like that.
Recently
Emotional support.
I think I've been needing another support animal too. Emotional support animal. I could use a little help.
Because one furry support animal is not enough.
Yeah, no.
There's only so much of me to go around.
Not as furry since the tape came off.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Okay? I'm going to leave it at, if anyone of you has seen The 40-Year-Old Virgin, I had some...
A doctor.
Yeah, a doctor put some special adhesive tape on my back, which is intended as a support because I have a lot of chronic back problems. And it didn't work quite the way I think she was expecting it to give me relief when I'm bending over. All it was doing was pulling hair. So I wasn't bending over at all because it was very painful, and you can flash over to that scene from the movie now if you wish. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up. I just wish blessings to all of you. There'll probably be some more updates forthcoming. A quick reminder that we do have our Rumble channel going. For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm going to be putting this on both. Ray and I, our long-term goal would be if we can move everything over to Rumble, just because there are some legitimate censorship issues on YouTube, frankly, and we'd like the ability to speak a little more freely without fear of repercussion or problems with our channel. So that's kind of the long-term goal. In the meantime, we're fully prepared to be providing material on both channels, which we will be doing. There's some other things we're talking about which may offer some extra incentives, and there's a possibility they may be Rumble exclusives. but we're still talking. We don't know for sure about a lot of these things yet. Other things need to fall into place. But that being said, again, I do wish blessings to everyone. Hope you have a great week. And further updates coming. There is material in the work. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention, one of the reasons I'm kind of sitting out here right now is a little bit later. I'm going to be working on my laptop. I have a total of 4 videos with my Israel trip that I am working on, covering some different topics with the time in Tel Aviv, our time in Jerusalem. We did that big Sea of Galilee tour, and then us being there after the conflict started on October 7th. So a total of 4 videos. I currently have 2 of them set up, and all they're needing, I put all the videos and pictures in. It just needs to be narrated, so I'm going to sit down and do that. The other 2, I still need to compile, sequence, and get all the photos and videos lined up in my video editor to put that together. So some noticeable work is being accomplished on it, but there is a lot to do. The last of the 4 videos is probably going to be a long one as well. It may be the first time I am pushing or even breaking an hour-long video. So, yeah, we're working on that.
I have a question.
Yes.
We got some local feedback from a viewer. You and Ray were talking about several topics that you wanted to play with.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if any of your viewers have a topic they'd like you to address.
Yeah, well, that's actually, we're going to be doing some videos because we want to put a little more effort on involving you guys. So, throwing out the idea, is there a particular chapter in the Bible? Is there a topic in the world that you might be interested in seeing us discuss and talk about? Because one thing I can tell you, you definitely got 2 opinions.
3 if there's 2.
Ray and I are not lacking on any of our opinions on this stuff. And frankly, we may even get the missus involved once in a while if she's not working on clients. But we'll be announcing stuff like that and putting a call up for that stuff. Yeah, some really big plans for both channels coming up. So stay tuned for all of those. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to give us a comment, you feel free to drop that comment below. There is also the email, which will follow on the tag on the end of this video, truthandtestimonyemail@gmail.com, but Ray will tell you as well. And he's got a smoother way of saying it.
Can I get an advertising plug? I can do remote.
She can do remote?
I can do remote.
She can do remote.
I can do remote.
Yeah, you can feel free. What is your website?
It is Simply For Your Books.
Now, is that a 4 or O-N-E?
I actually have both.
Both. Perfect.
Yes.
So Simply For Your Books, either the number or the spelling of the number,
.com and .ca.
.com and .ca. See, she's legit, man. She's legit. So yeah, if you're interested in looking at that, she does some phenomenal bookkeeping services. One thing that I appreciate about her, legitimately, I gotta be careful because I'm hubby, so I want to sleep in my bed tonight. But in all honesty, I mean, nobody's perfect. Mistakes get made. She's capable of making mistakes. I'm capable of making mistakes. I think the mark of a good business is how you handle that when it happens.
I got it on recording.
Yes. And she will bend over backwards to make things right if anything ever goes wrong, which really is not that often. So, yeah, if you're in need of bookkeeping services at all, don't be afraid to check her out. There's your plug.
There's my plug.
You can pay me later.
Yes, dear.
And
you can sleep in bed.
Yeah, thank you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Truth and Testimony, the broadcast. If you have a comment, please leave it on the bottom of this video or email us at truthandtestimonyemail@gmail.com. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Truth and Testimony, the broadcast, is not affiliated with Truth and Testimony magazine.